Om. Namaste and welcome to today's audio program. I'm excited to be sharing in this medium for the first time in a different way, and I'm looking forward to bringing forth gems of curiosity within the listener, who is you. So today is a day for remembrance, a day for calling yourself back to you, calling your dreams, calling your vision, calling your truth, calling your wholeness. Anything that is extraneous, you can let go of and trust in your true self and your heart's love to be blessed and guided through your journey as you come into life with this perspective of wholeness. And so this journey into the self and this remembrance of what the self is takes on a different meaning for each one of us, because we are all individuals and we consider our life story and the stories that we tell ourselves about our life story to be our true experience, and that we often are made aware of how those stories can change, or how we can change our relationship to those stories that we tell ourselves. And they're often rooted in this concept of the subconscious being the dominant programming mechanism that helps our brain save efficiency by making our daily habits and routines and thinking patterns more or less automatic. And I feel like that's where the saying, when you hear people say that humans only use 10% of their brains, that we're really actually using our entire capacity, but we're not necessarily aware that we are, or that we are capable of using it all in a way that we remember how to use it. And so that's kind of, I think, one of the bigger things is remembering that you already have everything that you already need, that this constant trend for more is kind of rooted in the quest to be, more of yourself, and to just be yourself, and to, dare I say, pursue just being yourself. That is where you'll find, I guess, space for yourself to figure out what that means. And I do feel it's important for people to discover who they are if they are feeling lost, or downtrodden, or definitely inspired. I mean, it's important to create during all the phases as best as you can, and to be in the flow of energetically bringing yourself into harmony with yourself, to grow and heal and flow and manage your time, and allow yourself to still be a pillar for the world, and bring your gifts in a way that is meaningfully received. And in harmony with your ability to provide value and be of service to the world in a way that sparks you and that brings you energy and that lights you up and makes you feel full and like your heart has been given out to the world, and in the process you've received that back completely, and through the emptying of yourself you are filled. And in this process of understanding the self and how to be that in the world and be aware of these dimensions within yourself that are often hidden, like we're saying, the subconscious programs, or any layer of conditioning or understanding that you that basically keeps you from being your whole self in the present moment, that this is the time to let go of those stories and to embrace yourself as you are right now, as being right where you need to be. And it's important because we often in this society have a really deep and common phrase that's the "I'm not good enough," and this is like a kind of just like a pattern that has developed over time, and it's something that people often mistake for being their reality, as opposed to just a story that someone else told them and then that they believed but didn't need to, and that oftentimes it's through the compassion of others that spark gets relit in the individual, and that's what we're all here to do, is to relight the candles with our own spark, and to remember that when our spark is growing dim, that we also have the light of others around us, and that's why we're here on earth, rather than for likes and whatever, anything else. Like, it's the whole concept of just being there for your people and for the greater community of earth, and thinking about the past and the present and the future all being represented in this present moment and reflected in that this time right here and right now is the only time that we have, that everything in time has happened in this present moment, and that will always be the case. And therefore, when we start to understand that on a deeper level, we build our intuitive understanding of what it means to experience the present moment, and we understand that one of the deepest layers of any spiritual teaching is to just be able to experience the present moment more and more and more deeply, and to feel connected to eternity is to understand that that's where it all happens, is that there's an infinite level of detail to each moment, and each moment is new for us to perceive and experience. And we have all of these different colors and shades that we use as filters to make sense of the world, and they're very useful filters, because when the veil gets completely lifted, perhaps the normal world doesn't make sense as much to us anymore, or that the beyond is perhaps less of a engrossed in the material substance, and so we feel connected to the world as this space where our life plays out, and at the same time we have this understanding at some deep level that this is a projection of a unified consciousness, that this is a divine dream, and that when we feel rooted in that and secure in that, that actually gives us a state of being that brings our life closer to a deeper understanding of what's going on here, and how to allow our mind to be the architect, the creator of our story. And that this is what we're really talking about when we say remembering the self, remembering who you are. This is the central question of spiritual teaching, is remembering who you are, asking, who am I? And then the Vedic wisdom, neti neti, not this, not this. That's always the question, am I this, am I that? And bringing your awareness to the singularity of the oneness that you are, the I am, the central awareness, the I that is seeing everything around you as it is, perceiving awareness, that when you are capable of perceiving and directing this perceiving awareness on itself, on the singular focus of the source of consciousness, the source of this light or this spark within us that is allowing us to be here and experience the miracle and mystery of life. When we direct our attention back to that point, we feel more connected to that space which is within us and within everything, and that is also connected to eternity, this concept of the center everywhere and the circumference nowhere. When the universe expanded from a single point, at one point everything that is here was once at the center in that single point. And so in that way we did all expand from a singularity, and we have this notion of over 14.7 billion years we expanded throughout the universe to this point now in time, which we have this concept of, and that's where we are now on that unilateral story. And in the same way, the Vedic knowledge brings the idea that the expansion and the contraction of the universe is a regular thing, that a day and the night or a single breath of Brahma or the Creator is the expansion and contraction of the universe, from a single point to a total expansion and then back and forth, just like the ebbing, flowing of the tides. And in this process of coming back to where we are in this little world of ours, and the stories that we're telling ourselves, that there's a number of stories that are vast and expansive and bring us into the cosmic awareness and understanding of our being beyond perhaps our mortal selves, that we really do contain a little dewdrop of the entire universe in ourselves, or that we are that cosmic drop, and it's just up to us to understand that everything is the ocean, and that our little I ego is just waiting to be dissolved in that cosmic ocean, so that we feel at one with the universe and in harmony with ourselves. And in remembering ourselves and coming into this awareness of ourselves, we're writing our story, and we're remembering who we are as a species, as a collective, and to be in that flow and that state of understanding that pure awareness is our space for experiencing the daily flow of the now, and to be able to experience this on a daily basis is to bring ourselves into the flow of living and into the flow of being present for our family and present for our friends, and able to be connected to others and of service in a way that feeds us and makes us feel like we are giving our hearts to the world and the world is receiving our gifts and our skills, and that we're capable of feeling in our hearts like we are contributing to creating a more peaceful, sustainable, creative, diverse, and expansive culture. And that through each one of our actions, we bring ourselves closer to that reality of it being our individual reality of our daily life. And that by each one of us choosing to do that on a daily basis through a number of very small or seemingly small and insignificant things, whether it's just cheering someone up in the line at the grocery store, or giving someone a hug who looks like they might need a hug, or being there for your friend who needs a cup of tea, or planting a tree in the ground, or just going on a walk and smelling the breeze and taking a breath of fresh air for the first time in a new way, where you are walking on the earth with a feeling like you have been here, and that you are always here, and that you will always be here. The Satchitananda, the I am, this ever-present, ever-conscious new bliss. This is where it all takes place, and you are in it right now. So I invite you give yourself space. Let yourself experience the present moment. Connect within yourself to your heart. Act on any wisdom that you receive. Let yourself be free to be who you are. When you need a break, take a deep breath. Practice meditation. Find a candle. Take a shower. Place your hand on your heart. Watch the sun rise. And sing a little song. Enjoy life. It's here for you. This moment is yours. Peace.